let us know. Kinda messy. Another one. I just click on. Hi Alyssa, welcome to the live. But which part is messy? Is it because it's like 2 vertical and then 1 horizontal? Yeah. Okay, so do you guys like the setup better? Okay, maybe some people find it a bit messy. You don't know where to look. You can look at the questions. You don't always have to look at the live posts. Okay, I'm just kidding. But yeah, so on what's the orientate? The right side, the add part is kind of messy, is it? Okay, we will work on that. Maybe we would just put the ad purely instead of having an ad and a QR code. But we were thinking because maybe this will be easier for you guys to sign up and all. Okay? But anyways, another way to sign up is to WhatsApp us or go to our website. Okay, welcome everyone to the live. Better than last time, you tried a new format though. When was that? But don't really remember, but okay. Okay, but just leave your suggestions, comments. We'll take them into consideration. Maybe tomorrow will be a different format also, okay? Okay, let me do a quick last promotion. I've been repeating this, but yes, before we start on today's paper. So June holiday programs, there'll be early bird promo until the end of this month. If you sign up by the end of this month, you will get our own Writers at Work Model Composition ebook, $50 vouchers for new regular programs for any of the courses that you sign up. But if you sign up for the new PSLE Compo Writing Crash Course, you will get an additional freebie of the PSLE Masterclass ebook Get a Grip. Okay? So these are only for students that sign up for Compo Writing Crash Course. Trying to look at the question, but eyes always focusing on teacher. I take that as a compliment. Thank you. It can move. Oh yeah, so we're also trying to move the thing so that you guys can see clearer, like see the questions clearer, okay? Hi, Kit. Hi, everyone that joined the live. Okay, so now let's start with our paper. So for those that are wondering, today we are doing 2022 P5 Eoy Acsp Primary, okay? Hi, AZ. Thanks for your compliment. Maybe it's the filter, guys. Maybe it's the filter. Hi, Gasoline. Hi, Cheyenne. Okay, so anyone got any particular sections that they want to do? Used to be Zach and G. How old am I? Sorry, I don't remember my age on TikTok Live, but you can guess, I guess. S&T. Okay, let's try S&T. Hopefully the questions don't get cut off. Hi, Cliffhanger. Yeah, so do remember to share and like our live. And if you find it useful and you want to join future lives, do give us a follow, okay? And yeah, so it's not only me that does the live sessions. Different live hosts do different live sessions teaching different things. So you never know what you are going or what you may learn from it. Okay. Okay, I guess you can see it, yeah, papaya, but on my phone it's a little. Hold on, let me try to adjust. You want me? Yeah, okay, if you see the things moving around, it's because we're still trying to make it better, okay? We're still in the trial and error process. Okay, is this too small for you guys? I think it's clearer than projecting it on the whiteboard. It's slanted. Oh, sorry, the paper was scanned this way. I can't do anything about it. Okay, but this should be fine. Okay, so first question 66. First question of S&T. What's my personal TikTok? It's okay, it's private. So first question, I was able to do well in my examinations. I had revised conscientiously for it. So you have to use the word as to join them, okay? So what does as mean? So in this case, as is used to, okay, I can write here. As is used to join the reason for the, did I put makeup? No. Admin Jason put a filter on me. Okay. But hi Mariah Carey, are you feeling better? Remember that you were sick. Okay, but hi everyone to the that just joined the live. Okay, Yaya Papaya say, I was able to do well in my examinations as I had revised conscientiously for it. Oh, I'm slurring a little, but okay. Okay, anyone else wants to try? Why is the camera like that? You prefer the old one? Why do you prefer the old one?
But the old one, never mind, get used to it.
Okay, we are trying some new format, okay? But the thing that I think is better for this is that the questions are much clearer, but also it's much smaller in a sense. You like the layout better? Is it because there's too many things at the bottom? Someone said that, like beside me, that QR code and the promo thing is a bit too distracting. Oh, you switch the QR code and the thing.
So at least they don't see the thing.
Oh, they say there's too much distraction. It's okay, you'll get used to it. Just look at the questions, yeah. I think the questions are much clearer though.
Which one?
Okay, anyone else wants to try the question? Okay, yeah, Papaya says he needs to put conscientiously in his word bank. Yeah, good word to use in composition also. Where's the old one? It's like you're actually in a classroom and not distracting. Oh, it's the, what do you call it? Hi Azura, thanks for commenting. But the old classroom, actually it's the same room, just that there were more things that can be shown. Okay, Azura said I had revised conscientiously for it as I was able to do my examination. Okay, Azura was it? Yeah, Azura. So over here we join the reason for the result, okay? So you must put the result here as, or rather, because of the reason, okay? Hi Shanas, is this secondary school level? No, I'm doing a P5 paper, but you never know what you may learn from it even though you're in secondary school. Okay, so the correct answer is I was able to do well in my examinations as I had revised conscientiously for it. Okay? The makeup filter still on me. Do you want me to remove it? I mean, I can ask the moderator to remove it, I guess. Yaya Papaya said, oh, Yaya Papaya tag moderator Jason saying win filter. Do you guys say win or W? I don't know. I don't know the difference. I sound old now. Okay. Next question. So question 67. Don't remove. I don't like K-pop either. Thanks for your compliment, but I have a filter on me, so I don't know how true it will be. Okay. The goods were stolen due to the guard's lack of action. So due to the guard's failure, what should be added behind? What's missing from this sentence? The makeup filter is too distracting. Can remove. Wait, Mariah, you're supposed to look at the question though. It's not supposed to look at me. It's okay. Just use your hand to cover the bottom portion. Then you just look at the top questions. Due to the guard's failure, the goods were stolen. Okay, anyone else wants to try? So Shanez and Yaya Papaya said the same thing. Hi, unknown otaku. Huh? Very hot. The aircon very warm. Okay, hi Brian Chua. Okay, so Seems like nobody else wants to try, but Yaya Papaya and Shanaz got it right, okay? So due to the guts failure, the goods were stolen. Actually, this question is pretty nice. Hi Brian Chua, thanks for commenting. Failure to take action, the the goods were stolen. Also can, because the question did talk about lack of action. But technically, okay, actually that's a good point. Yeah, I think I'll accept that. So due to the guts failure to take action, right? Okay, Cheyenne, you got it right also. Hi Sarah, what about the action part? Yeah, I was thinking, I think we need to put the action part in because it's in the question, okay? And failure doesn't have the meaning of lacking the action, it just means you failed to do something. So failure to take action. Okay. Yeah, so I agree with you guys. So this part was lacking. But usually in the SNT, if the word that they give you already encompasses that meaning or has that meaning, then you don't have to write it again, okay? But in this case, maybe in the answer sheet, they understood as failure had the idea of not doing anything, so they didn't write lack of action. But I would accept failure to take action also. Okay, next, question 60. Oops. Question 68. Samuel is very tall for his age. Hi, Xiao Qi Hadi. I'll just call you Xia, okay? Is this layout only for my life or for all? We are trying to do it for all future lives. So if it works, then it will be like this. Because we are trying to do this for Xiaohongshu as well, but we haven't started going live on Xiaohongshu yet. Why got more people when got new layout? Good question. I do not know that. Can change back. We are trying to stick to this though. It's okay. Hopefully you'll get used to it. Just cover the bottom part if it's really distracting, okay? Hi Gina. See, you're actually so good at English. Yeah, not this part. What does that mean? You want me to ask teacher Jia if she's teaching Chinese? Okay, I'll ask her when I see her. Hi Shane. Okay, so question 68. So as well as. So as well as is a good way to combine two similar things, okay? So over here, what do you think is the answer for this? Can you put another filter? What if you put the one that Jason sent just now? Oh yeah. Samuel as well as Dean are very tall for their age. Okay. Okay, anyone apart from Yaya Papaya wants to try? Teacher, I don't like the lighting. Mariah doesn't like anything about this setup. What's wrong with the lighting though? I thought it was clearer. Samuel as well as Dean are very tall for their age. Okay, there are Teacher Yahweh as well as Teacher Royston is very tall for his age. Okay, Royston is tall. I'm not tall though. Okay, but the one you say not yours. Oh, did I say a different person? Okay, but there are quite a few. There are quite a few answers. Whoa, okay, there are like 100 people. I don't know what's going on, but hi guys, hi everyone. Okay, so today we're doing 2022 P5 Eoy Acsp primary paper, okay? Okay, so I saw quite a few answers. So the main difference was that, okay, let me write the answer first. So Samuel, comma, as well as Dean is very tall for his age. Should I look like Mimi or it's the filter. Quite funny though. I think it's quite cute. Okay, so some things to take note of. The commas, with or without the commas, you should still use is, because your main subject is still Samuel. Let me use a different color. Okay. So your main subject is still Samuel. That's why it should be is, singular, okay? Even if you don't put the comma, the main subject is still Samuel, so it still is. Okay, you don't put are because as well as you use singular. Okay, next question. 69, classic question, right? Okay, I need to take note of looking at the question in case it gets cut off. But why though it's two people? Because as well as you're combining two things that are similar, right? So your main subject is always staying the same. You're not taking into consideration the second subject that you add inside. So since the main subject in this case is Samuel, it's singular, so you still use is. Okay. Mariah, you're very confused. Is it the way I phrase it? Okay, if I think of a better phrasing, I'll say it again. If not, I'll get back to you guys the next lesson, okay? But yeah, maybe my phrasing is the problem here. Okay, for this next question, question 69, you need to pull up your socks from now on, Mr. Ong told the class. Pull up the socks, this phrase basically means to buck up for those of you that don't know. Okay, so this is a classic question, right? So we need to change direct to reported speech. Hi, hey, GFY. Okay, you can see, told the class to pull up their socks from then on. Told the class they needed to pull up their socks. Mariah, are you missing the word need to? Mariah, you need to add need to inside. Hi, Minliu. Okay, Sarah said an explanation for the previous question. So, similar to saying Samuel is very tall for his age, so is Dean. Yes, correct. I don't know if that's sounds better than my phrasing, to be honest. Okay, Cheyenne said Mr. Ong told the class they need to pull up their socks. Okay, you must change the tense. Change from need to needed to. Okay. Remember, you go 1/10 back. 1/10 back. Did your 100 viewers, almost 100 viewers? Yeah, I was like 100 just now. I didn't even notice. I was just doing a question. But thanks for joining, everyone. Yeah, papaya. Yeah, correct. Yeah. Okay, so over here, Mr. Ong told the class they needed to sorry, excuse me. Then you copy the rest, pull up, change your to their socks. Hi, Michaela. Oh, you're doing question 70. Okay, hold on. Change filter every 10 minutes. Moderator, you can work on that. I mean, I thought you were the one that said it was distracting. You should be focusing on the questions instead. Okay, so pull up their socks from now on must change to from then on, okay? Okay, great job, guys. Okay, last question, question 70. The cleaners dispose of the recycled materials in the classroom. Michaela, thanks for joining and commenting. So you said the recycled materials in the classroom were disposed by the cleaners. The QR code, even the QR code is distracting, but you're not scanning the QR. Are you scanning the QR code? Wait, what's distracting about the QR code? I thought it was fine. Why got bunny? Oh, I wasn't looking when the bunny was there, but yes. Hi, Blair Blue Blair. The recycled materials in the classroom were disposed by the cleaners. Okay, that's what everyone says, so correct. So over here, we are changing from active to passive. And we must keep this as a new subject. So they are nice to give you the new subject in this case. So the recycled materials were in the classroom were disposed by the cleaners. shouldn't it be disposed of? The cleaners disposed of were disposed. I don't see a difference because it still means the same thing, but if you didn't put it, it still has the same meaning, okay? You look weird without glasses. Now so use the previous filter. I don't wear specs to begin with. It was just a filter, guys. Okay, hi Kirby soon. Okay, we're done with S&T. Let's move to MCQ. Unless anyone wants to do a particular section, just sound out, okay? Hi Edward. Is this Korean oppa? I'm not Korean, I'm Singaporean. But thanks for the compliment. Okay. Hi Kakia. Oh, that's a very long name. I only got Kakia. Compre close. Okay, let's move to Compre close. Hi Ziwei Ho. Hi Jaden. Okay. Singaporeans are consuming too much salt and plans are in place to get people to cut their sodium intake by about 15% over the next 5 years. Okay, the starting is already sounding very scientific. I know some students don't like very scientific ones because they don't really know what words to put in. But basically, as long as you remember what you're reading, understand the context, and read the sentence either before or after, usually you'll get the word that you need to fill it in, okay? Okay, to do so, the Health Promotion Board will urge Singaporeans to what their regular salt. Cannot see. Oh yes, sorry, I forgot to check the... Not used to this layout too. The screen is too screeny. What do you mean the screen is too screeny? Okay, hold on, let me adjust a bit more. Hi P-Star, hi Billy. Hi Jay. Okay, better. Yes, I agree, Cheyenne, it's better. Okay, so I'll just repeat then. Singaporeans are consuming too much salt and plans are in place to get people to cut their sodium intake by about 15% over the next 5 years. To do so, the Health Promotion Board will urge Singaporeans to what their regular salt with lower sodium alternatives. So what is this? Alternatives. To decrease their regular salt. Okay, if you want to say decrease, it should be to decrease their regular salt intake. Okay? The screen is very screening. Wait, what does this mean? Hi, Banuri. Thanks for commenting. Wait, is that a Pokemon? Sorry, I'm not a Pokemon fan, so I wouldn't know. Replace. Okay, Sarah say replace, and that it's right. Okay? Not reduce. Substitute is also acceptable. To substitute their regular. Okay. Hi, Sim. Thanks for commenting. Yes. Hi, Ellen. Welcome back to the live. Okay, replace is correct. You cannot reduce. You only can use reduce if they said their regular salt intake, okay? Because over here, alternatives, alternative means replace. Yeah, replace, correct, Cheyenne. Because alternative means different options, right? Another option, another choice. So you use words like replace and substitute. Okay, next, moving on. Which are considered healthier. It will work with retailers to make what substitutes more affordable. Yeah, see over here, you see the word substitutes also. Oh, what is this filter? Hi Fiona. Okay, so it will work with retailers to make what substitutes more affordable. So cute. I agree. I look like a Furby now. I look like a talking Furby. Actually, Furby stock, so not talking Furby. Hi, y'all. Welcome back to the live. Okay, say these. To make these substitutes more affordable. Okay. Hold on. Let me see if I can accept these. These substitute to make the substitutes to make these substitute. Okay, but I would prefer the, because we are talking about a specific thing over here, okay? But this is also fine because it's talking about plural things and sorry, not talking about plural. Okay, let me rephrase. So there are two things. So one, you need to talk about plural things. In this case, substitutes plural, correct. And then you need to talk about it being pointed out, which is what you want to do here. That's why this is also acceptable, okay? Okay, 53. The diet of Singaporeans has what higher in salt over the years? So over the years, what should it be? Such higher, or was that for the previous question? Become, increased, become, has become higher. Okay, anyone else wants to try? Hi, Ferdanis. Has become. Seraph only can put one word. Become or increased. Increase higher in so higher means to increase already, so we wouldn't use increase again, okay? Should be become. Become higher. Hi, Lemon Tea. Welcome to the live. Thanks for commenting. Increased. No, okay, as I said, higher has the meaning of increase already. You wouldn't say has increase. Okay? The amount is well above the World Health Organization's recommended daily salt intake. Blank not more than 2,000 milligram or about 1 teaspoon. Okay, hold on, let me write this. Teaspoon, okay. Of, intake of not more than, okay, anyone? Hi, is it Izen or Izen? Welcome to the live, thanks for commenting. Off, okay, everyone says off. Okay, you're all right, okay, so intake of, hi Cherry Tan 118, should, daily salt intake should not more than, that's grammatically wrong, okay, but nice try, thanks for commenting and trying. Okay, don't be discouraged, let's move on to the next question. Studies have found that excessive sodium consumption results blank high blood pressure. Results what? Hi Brian Chua, okay. Seraph says 55 is in. Oh, should I say welcome back, Brian Chua? Okay, everyone says in. Oh, everyone's like on the roll today. Okay, or maybe the questions are simpler. Results into higher blood pressure. No, you cannot say into. Into means to go into something, like literally in it, okay? I'm blushing. Filter. Getting heat stroke. Nah, just kidding. Okay, in high blood pressure, which can lead to heart attacks and strokes. Okay, blank, these salt substitutes are about 10 times more expensive than regular salt. So what word should we use here? Hi Booba Seed. However, these salt substitutes are about 10 times more expensive than regular salt. Anyone else agrees with Seraph? Okay, Brian also agrees. Aizen and Yaya Papai also agrees. Okay, correct. Also, Lemon Tea says also. Also, these salt substitutes are. No, we are trying to say that this is something healthy and we should encourage it more. But there's something stopping us. It's that it's more expensive, it's more pricey. Okay, so we don't use also. We don't use furthermore also. Okay. I want a term to tell me that there is a downside to this. There's something stopping them. If not, everyone will be eating this healthier salt, right? Because it's it's a salt substitute, so it still makes your food flavorful, just that it's too pricey, okay? For a start, a blank affordable lower sodium salt product will go on sale at major supermarket chains from October. So for a start, a what affordable? So over here we're talking about expensive, and over here we're talking about affordable. So you guys say more. Okay, Yao, Brian, Alan say more. Isn't. If you want to say much, should be much more. Okay, but over here we only can put one word, so more is the more suitable word. Okay, it's the most apt word in this case. Okay, a more affordable, lower sodium salt product will go on sale at major supermarket chains from October. Okay, let me scroll up. My lips are still red. Maybe my lips are naturally red. Or is it a filter? Okay, yeah, it looks pinkier than usual. Okay, next. Singapore's latest war on salt follows its war on sugar, which aims to what Singaporeans to reduce their sugar intake. Encourage. Lips are naturally pink. It's around the same as red-ish. Okay, everyone says encourage. Okay, I'll do editing after this, yeah, papaya. Sarah, you asked what is Mariah doing in this life. It's okay. She is a loyal viewer in this channel. Okay, encourage, cause, hold on, which aims to encourage Singaporeans to encourage. I need a word that is of a stronger intensity. Something along the line of encourage. But encourage is more like I advise you to do something, right? Like, oh, you got this, you should do this. But I need something that is stronger. Persuade. Persuade is kind of like, there's a little bit of a meaning of begging. But they wouldn't like beg Singaporeans to do this, right? Encourage. Demand. Okay, demand, somewhat there, but demand sounds a bit, which aims to demand. Okay, demand sounds a bit too rude. So over here we use the advisors, which aims to advise. Okay, advice is somewhat similar, but we need to again use a stronger intensity word because the government is very concerned about our health. So we want to urge Singaporeans to reduce their salt intake. Okay, I wrote the answer by accident, but what I wanted to write was something like demand. Push Singaporeans to reduce. Hold on. Okay, push. I can accept push because over here there's a to. So it's the phrasal verb push. Push someone to do something, to encourage or force someone to do something, okay? Convince. I wouldn't say convince, the intensity is not there. Make, to make Singaporeans to reduce, which aims to make Singaporeans reduce their sugar intake is okay, but not make to, okay? Okay, next. Thanks for liking the live, Izen, or Izen. The authorities have introduced a Nutri-Grade rating for drinks ranging from A to D, with a D grade blank the unhealthiest. Being, okay, seems like this one is much easier. Being the unhealthiest, okay. Wait 3 more seconds. Okay, 3, 2, 1, okay, nobody else. So being is correct. So, moving on. For the unhealthiest, no, not for, okay, known as the unhealthiest. No, it's not known as, you only can put one word anyway. But known as usually it means like a reputation or a name that everyone knows, okay? Got dash, yeah, I know, but that doesn't, there is no known as with a dash, right? I only know if the spacing. Yeah, there isn't a dash for known as. Okay, a recent local study found that a small reduction in sodium intake significantly blank health. Significantly. Yeah, I know dash makes it one word, but there is no known dash as. Hi Nor, impacted, affects. But over here we're talking about something good, right? Small reduction in sodium intake. This is positive. Impact can be negative also. But if we are looking at positive, we have something specific. What do you say? Improving, significantly improving health. Correct word but wrong word form. It's not continuous. Improves, correct, okay? Strengthen, you can't strengthen health. You can strengthen your body, but you can't strengthen health, okay? Significantly improves, correct. Even for those with normal blood pressure. Sodium plays an essential what in regulating blood pressure? Okay, this is pretty common. Role, okay, Brian also says role. So essential role in regulating blood pressure, but only a small amount. Essential part in okay, part or role, yes. I said part. Okay, so essential part or role. So everyone got it right. Good job. Okay, so about 500 milligram a day is needed for vital functions. This is blank to just a quarter teaspoon of salt. This is what? Equivalent. Equivalent to... Okay. Hi, Ahana. Am I wearing makeup? No, it's a filter. We're just exploring, playing around with the functions of TikTok Live Studio. Similar. Okay. Similar to. Same. This is similar to. I get, oh, thanks TYT for the follow. Okay, I get similar has the same meaning as equivalent or equate to. But I don't think it's the most apt word to use here though, because over here I want to say that it's the same. I want to compare and tell you that this, maybe this bottle of water equals to my jug at home, something like that. Okay? If you say similar, that means it's exactly the same. They want it to be definite. Oh, hi Lemon Tea, thanks for sending the rendang. Is it because it's Hari Raya? Or like it's near that period? Like it has to be the same, otherwise they are pushing for better health. Yes. So equal, equivalent. Someone said a different word, right? Or was I thinking a different word? Equal, equivalent, yeah, both also can. Okay, I accept both form. HPB needs to get more supermarkets on board to what affordable lower sodium salts to food operators. Hi N. HPB needs to get more supermarkets on board to what affordable lower sodium salts. Introduce. Oh, I say equate. Yeah, equate. It's also a different word form, but yes. To introduce to food operators. Okay, introduce, I accept. Another word starts with O. What word do you guys think that is? Hi, Dorothy. Hi, Butterfly. Okay, anyone want to try? Apart from introduce, we need to get more supermarkets on board to what affordable lower sodium salts. Hi, Lil Star. Okay, anyone wants to try? Okay, but today there are more people replying in the comment section though. Give you a sec. Okay, sure. Take your time, Sarah. Let you think. Oh, thanks for the follow. Sorry, I didn't get the name, but yeah. Let you think. Okay, I'll give you guys until 6:22. I don't know how many more seconds there are to 6:22. But yes, hi MCFC. Hi Rhea. Okay, thanks for commenting, Rhea, and you got the answer right. To offer. So to introduce someone to something, it's also, you can say to offer this, okay? To offer this opportunity, or to offer affordable lower sodium salts to food operators. Hi Moon Princess. Okay, lemon tea, yeah, papaya, you guys got it right. These operators can then what to healthier alternatives in their cooking. What to? This is a phrasal verb. Also, if you guys are struggling with phrasal verbs, right? We're currently having a pre-sale for a phrasal verbs ebook, okay? It's 20% off the original price, so you can get it before the pre-sale ends. Switch to. Not switch to healthier alternatives. Actually, switch to sounds alright. Okay, I can accept switch to, but I'm looking for a different word. Starts with T. Convert to. convert to healthier alternatives. Hold on. Convert to change the form, character, or function of something. But we're not changing the form, character, or function of something, so I wouldn't say convert to. Switch, lead to. No, usually lead to. Wait, these operators can then lead to healthier alternatives. No, not lead to. Okay, ends with n. It's a very simple word. Like, if someone calls you, you will what back? High pause of cow. Turn, yes, turn to, okay? So that's the right phrasal verb to use. So turn to healthier alternatives in their cooking. Sorry. So turn to is to start doing something, okay? Or if you turn to a person, that means you want to consult them with something, get help, advice from them. Okay? Can it be lead? Lead to, but usually lead to is it leads to a certain ending though, or it leads to something. Lead to healthier. Okay, I would say lead to, the meaning it's fine, but it isn't the best word to put here, okay? Okay, you guys are already on the next one. Okay, you guys say encouraging consumers. You cannot say encouraging consumers. You only can be encouraging consumers to do something. Yeah, Papaya says benefiting. Anyone else wants to try? Eventually reaching consumers, but you're not doing anything to reach the consumers though. You are just using healthier salt in your cooking, which will what did Cheyenne say? Oh, the lead to thing. Oh, Seraph is like the second teacher in the comment section. Benefiting, correct. Okay, so benefiting. So this, when the operators give affordable pricing, then this cooks, or in this case, these operators will use healthier alternatives and consumers benefit from it, okay? Not leading to consumers. You want to write leading, eventually leading to consumers benefiting from it, okay? Profiting is when you earn. It's usually used with monetary value though. Over here, we're not talking about that. Okay, not attracting consumers also. That's only if your target audience is a very healthy, conscious group. Okay. Hi, Mal. Okay, let's do editing. The one that was it Yaya Papaya? I think so. Requested for. Okay, let me adjust this once again. Hi, Okogo. Hi, SDM. Hi, Ellen. Thanks for liking the live, Ellen. I almost said hi, Ellen again. Okay, this is better. Yeah, Papaya. Let's give others a chance to answer. Yeah. Okay. The world is a distracting place, but thanks for being so enthusiastic. It is full of shapes and colors, sounds, and smell that constantly excite our senses. Hi, 10. Okay, that's too far. Welcome back to the live 10. You want to give this question a try? Question 39. What do you change smell to? Yeah, Papaya says smells. Ignoring. Wait, that's question 45. Hi, Bill Cypher. Where did all the commenters go? Now it's just Yaya Papaya again. Okay, but if anyone that's viewing this live wants to try, do just put your answers down in the comment section, okay? But correct, you see over here it's all S, so smells. So it is full of shapes and colors, sounds and smells that constantly excite our senses. So how do you spell excite? Scent, Sent. Aizen, you got it right. Hi Mochi Sin, thanks for commenting. But hold on. Hi TYT. Oh, I saw you joined just now. Oh, were you the one that followed? If I'm not wrong. Okay, so scent and smell are not the same word with different word forms, okay? So the most that you can go here is to change the word form of that particular word. But if not, we will see whether it's grammar or spelling, okay? Excite, okay. Thanks for the follow, TYT, and thanks for commenting. Okay, everyone got it right. Excite, pretty simple word. Okay, next, sometimes things that distract us can stimulate. Is it this stim or is it a different stim? Oh, hi Zach and G. Oh, you started your course. I would call it course already, right? Hi MCFC, welcome back to the live. Thanks for commenting. Okay, stimulate. Yes, let me see. Today arrangement is different. Yeah, we are trying a new layout, okay? If you have any feedback or ways to improve, you can let us know also. Correct. Hi Surihat, hi Nabo or Nabo. Okay, so you guys are right. Stimulate. So it's not spelled STEM, the water vapor steam, it's STIM. Okay? So stimulate multiple senses at once. When the television set was switched on while we were trying to read, so what should it be? When the television set what? Over here it says are, trying, present, and this is continuous. Anything with ing is always continuous. So over here it's present, that's the key thing that we want to notice. MCFC, you said is. Okay, anyone else agrees or disagrees with MCFC? Today was your first day. How was it? Okay, hi Xijie Bing. Welcome to the live. Thanks for commenting. Were, not were. Okay, we're talking about television set. Okay, that is singular, so shouldn't be were. If anything, we're looking at present tense. So present tense of singular is. Okay, so good job to those that say is. Hi Jaytan. Okay, so it's switched on while we are trying to read the moving images on the screen that are accompanied. How would you spell accompanied? Should it be double P? Should it be double C? This is just introduction to the course. Oh, so still pretty like chill. Okay, but I'm pretty sure you got this. Hi Matt Paya. Okay, so Cheyenne says accompanied double C and one P. Okay, seems like everyone says the same. Okay, anyone else? Calling once, calling twice. Okay, nobody. Hi hee hee haha. Okay, so accompanied is right. Double C, okay? Remember spelling. Yes, Aizen. Sorry, I did not wait for you, but yes, you got it right. Okay. Accompanied by sounds. Ellen, it's not accompanied, accompanied, okay? Not the pony, not the My Little Pony. Okay, but you may have noticed that, okay, this is obviously grammar, right? So what tense is it? Had is past tense, so what should we change to? Hi Camilla. But you may blank notice that as you grow older, you become better at ignoring distractions. You may have, correct, because we are talking about, yes, TYT, you're right too. We're talking about present tense and we use the word you. So even though it's singular, you is special, we have to say have, okay? But you may have noticed that as you grow older, you become better at ignoring. Is it this nor? This is the nor at nor, right? Ignoring, ignoring. Okay, this nor is to bite at something, okay? Ignoring. Okay, anyone else wants to try? Whoa, yeah, papaya. When? Oh, okay, that's a different question. Okay, anyone else? Okay, yeah, papaya, you're going too fast. Okay, but everyone is right. So, ignoring that you are doing, especially if what you're doing is difficult. Like reading a Young Minds article. Oh. Hold on, why is it glitching? Okay. Yes, nice. Like reading a Young Minds article, would you have done as well that you were 6? Do we use that you were 6? Yeah, Papaya says when. Anyone else wants to try? Hi, Tay Vincent. Hi, Chewy. Is it that you were 6? Hi, FBSZ. Hi, Mick. Hi, Psyduck. Anyone wants to try? Okay, Aizen also says when, so I agree with Yaya Papaya. Hi, Darishini. Okay. Hi, Yanto Wong. Hi, Floor Shop. Ellen also says when. Correct. Okay. So, done as well. When you were 6. Our ability to pay attention improves with age, so adults get distracted too. Oh, bye, yeah, Papaya. Thanks for commenting and staying so long in the live. Hi, Erlin. Hi, Brian. Okay, so wait, the question says so. Wait, no, just because it's lower caps doesn't mean that if you change it to capitalized means it's right. Okay, there's something wrong with the word. Capital letter. No. That's different. That's not grammar. That's punctuation. Okay. Also, no. So over here we are talking about distracted, and over here we are supposed to improve with age. So over here is contrast. Okay, but adults get distracted too. Okay, I need a different word, but same meaning as but. Okay, I need to show contrast. We don't start sentences with but. We try not to. Hi, Banana. Welcome back. Okay, I like how you started off with however instead of saying it's a spelling mistake this life. Okay, hi, Allergy. But you're right. So, however, adults get distracted. Adults get distracted too. Yes, Ellen, correct. However, so we found that surprisingly, adults are worst at turning a blind eye. So we are comparing two things, right? Do we use worst for two things? Since when you say spelling error? You say that almost every live. Come in and say spelling error. Okay, 1-0 worst. Izan, we don't change the word form. We change the word form, but we don't change the word completely, okay? Hi, Eric Teo. Okay, so anyway, bad is only saying one thing. This is bad. We are not comparing, but over here we are comparing 1, adults, 2, 6-year-olds. So worse is superlative, so we need comparative, which is worse. So 1-0 is right. Okay, I need to drink water. I'm starting to slur. Hi, Gabriel. Yes, Ellen, correct, worse. Okay, by studying distractions that involve multiple senses. So how do you spell multiple? Hi, humble. Okay, a clue is all the letters to spell multiple are given inside. You just need to rearrange them. Okay, banana and 1-0 spelled them the same way. Anyone else? Is spelled multiple. You think spelling error? Yes, I think it's spelling error too, banana. Hi, Conopi, welcome to the live, and thanks for commenting. Hi, I need entertainment. I need entertainment too. Okay, but correct. Everyone spelled it right, apart from Izan. But nice try, Izan. Don't be discouraged, okay? Hi, not Eldon. Okay, but For everyone that's watching the live, feel free to ask any questions, okay? Don't be shy. Don't only have to answer questions. I will entertain questions too, okay? By studying distractions that involve multiple senses, we can better understand how our attention works in everyday situations. Cheyenne spelled situations, okay? So the question spelled with double T. Okay, Konopi and 10 spelled the same also. Okay, anyone else? Last 2 seconds. Hi Adriana, hi Unita. Situations, okay, correct. So in everyday situations, common word. So please know how to spell these words. Okay, since we have time, let's move to oh no, I moved to the wrong section. Okay, vocab MCQ. Thanks for your compliment, Banana. Hi, hey. Okay, thanks to those that liked the live, those that followed and shared also. Okay, okay, this is just nice. Okay, the student librarians have sorted the storybooks blank so that it is easy for users to find their books. So what do you think is the answer? Hi, Miss True Box. Hi, yikes. So Izan says 4 systematically. But then I think it's spelling error again. Which part of the things that I'm showing has a spelling error? Ellen says 4. Okay, very enthusiastic. Okay, 10 also says 4. Okay, then let's go down the line then. Hi Jordan, welcome to the live. Hi Rafan. Okay, tentatively, what does tentatively means? It means being unsure or hesitant. So it's like tentatively we have this plan, so it may change, okay? Intensively means with great effort. Oh, Cheyenne, at question 12. That is fast. Okay. So intensively means with great effort, but doesn't tell me about order. So these two are out. Exhaustively means thoroughly, but also doesn't tell me about organizing or about order. Systematically means in an orderly and organized way, which is what we want so that it's easier for people to find their books. If there's a system in place, it's easier for you to find something that you need. Okay, so all of you are right by saying that the answer is 4 systematically. Okay, hi Eddie, welcome back. Oh, I always see Eddie, but I haven't seen Eddie comment. Actually, did he? Don't remember. Oh, okay, Eddie commented. Hello, I take back what I said. Thanks for your compliment too. Okay. Question 12. After taking the medicine, Dorothy's fever slowly what? Oh, thanks for the roses, Eddie. Okay, so after taking the medicine, Dorothy's fever slowly dropped, subsided, decreased, or diminished. So all means to reduce in something, right? Drop means to drop from somewhere, from a high place to a low place. We? What is we? As in the French we, but that's spelled differently. Wait, why you laugh? Okay. Eddie, you said 2. Okay. Izan also says subsided. Okay, Cheyenne also says 2. Okay, that's all the answers I got. Hi, CZ. Hi, Ivy. Thanks for following the account. Hi, Music. Okay, dropped. What does drop mean? Pretty simple, right? Something from a high place to a low place, or your fever dropped. Usually you hear that, but it's too casual. for medical context. Why is it 1? Not gonna lie. Wait, as in why is the answer 1 for question 12? I haven't said that 1 was the answer, guys. I'm just explaining what does drop mean. Okay, subsided. What does subsided mean? Subsided means to gradually become less intense or go away. Okay, so if your fever suddenly disappeared or like your temperature suddenly dropped very fast, I think that's pretty dangerous too. So over here, what we want is that the fever slowly subsided. Okay, so the correct answer is 2, not 1. Thanks to the person who liked the live. Sorry, I didn't catch the username because Joe Biden joined. That was the username, like, really. Okay, so number 3 and 4 are out. But what does they mean? Decrease. I'm pretty sure I don't need to explain this, right? It just means to decrease in number, like 10, 9, 8, 7. Okay, diminish. What does diminish mean? This is more formal, but we don't really use this for the word fever. Okay, diminish means to deplete something. Okay. Okay, question 13. Whoa, that's this cat filter. Hi, Jennifer. Okay, question 13. Let me move this up. George glared at his blank across the net after he was hit in the face by the volleyball. So this is sport. Hi, Fatih. So, glared at his what across the net? So for those that don't know, for volleyball, your team will stand on one side of the court. It's separated by a net, and then on the other side of the court, it's your, I shouldn't use the term because it's the word here, but the other team that you're playing against. Okay, everyone says 4. So opponents. Anyone else wants to try? Hi, Tan Yong Guang. This is a NRIC name once again. Always got NRIC people coming. Hi, Fabrice. Hi, Francis. Okay. So, seems like nobody else wants to try. The correct answer is indeed opponents. Okay. Now, critics. What are critics? Critics are people who comment and judge you. So there are food critics, there are fashion critics, okay? But you wouldn't say that in a game, or in this case, a sport. Okay, fiends. Fiends mean evil people, okay? It's too strong a word. They are not evil people, they are just playing against you, okay? Devotees. Devotees are fans or followers, and it doesn't fit in this case. We want to find a word like opponent, okay? Opponent just means people that are competing you in sports or games. Sorry, competing against you, not competing you. Okay, next. Hi, Bob. Okay, Jie. Izan says 4. Let me take first. Okay. Many were relieved when the fighting in the war-torn countries blank. So, ceased, departed, completed, terminated. So, anyone else? Cheyenne also says 4. Hi, ABC, ABC. I look so fair in this filter. It's okay, you can leave it. Hi, Domestico. Okay, Izan says 1. Okay, finally a differing opinion, differing answer. Hi, Choose. Hi, Toy. So many were relieved when the fighting in the war-torn countries what? Hi, Huiling. Okay, so what does ceased mean? Ceased means came to an end. Especially for things like fighting. Okay, departed. What does departed mean? It's used for people. Ellen, you also say 1. Okay. Used for people, not actions. Sorry, pardon my handwriting. It's extra ugly today. Okay, completed. Completed is not used for fighting. And terminated means it's a more formal term, usually used for in business context, like terminate the contract, okay? To end something, like, but it's more for business context, like end your contract. So in this case, we are talking about war, talking about fighting. Okay, so the word we have to use here is ceased. Came to an end, especially for fighting. Okay. Okay, last question for vocab MCQ. We will proceed with the programs in the itinerary as the rain has what? Phrasal verb. Hi, Iconic. Hi, Ray. Hi, Adeline. Okay, Izen, you said tree. Let off. Cheyenne also says tree. Let off. Hi, Janie. Hi, Serene. Okay. Oh, that activated my Siri. I said hi, Serene, and then my Siri activated. Tree. Okay. Oh, I'll be back with this filter. Okay. But everyone says tree, let off. Okay, let's see what the phrasal verbs mean. So let in, what does let in mean? It means to allow someone to enter. Okay, let up. Let up is to become less severe. So often used for rain or pain. Okay? Let off. Let off means to excuse or release someone. Okay, Eddie, you said two after I explained. Okay, but yes, in this case, two is the answer, okay? Okay, because usually it's used more for the context of rain or pain. Like I say, if someone has chronic pain and then they're recovering, then you can use that phrasal verb. Okay, let down. Let down means to disappoint someone. Pretty sure everyone has heard of this before. Okay, so in this case, the correct answer should be 2. Hi, Psychic. Okay, but once again, promotion for our ebook Mastering Phrasal Verbs, right? It's on pre-sale right now, 20% off the current price. So for students that are struggling with phrasal verbs, it'll be helpful. There are quite a lot of phrasal verbs in it, more than 800 if I'm not wrong. Hi, KitKat. Okay, so let's move to grammar. We got 10 minutes left, so let's do as many as we can, okay? Hi, Yu Xian. Okay, blank the bad reviews, the band kept performing to sell out crowds. Wow. So, bad reviews, you wouldn't expect someone to go and watch them anymore, right? But sell out crowds, that means everyone always, all the tickets are always sold out. So this is contrast. So TYT says 3 despite the bad reviews. Cheyenne is 2 for the previous question. Hi, Waterproofing Solutions. That's a company, okay. Hi, Perlin Tan. Okay, so what the bad reviews? The band kept performing to sell out crowds. Hi, Mian Pao. Welcome back to the live. Welcome back, Banana. Hi, Pretty Ling. Okay, okay, I said yes, so it's a previous question. You wanna give this question a try? What the bad reviews? The band kept performing to sell out crowds. Hi, Paul Huntsman. Okay, it seems like nobody else is replying. So, it's correct to say that despite the bad reviews, the band kept performing to sell out crowds because we need a word to show contrast. Okay, with doesn't show us contrast, due to tells us the reason, not contrast. Although you need a full clause, okay? You don't know? It's okay. I just explained. Why is this tablet glitching on me? Okay, question 2. Joe never gets home on time, blank. So question tag. Familiar question, right? Remember, if the front is negative, the back is positive, and vice versa. This teacher is really young. Hi, R. Maybe I just look young. You can stay curious. I'll stay mysterious. Mian Pao says 3. Does he? TYT says 3 also. Okay, does he? Hi, Ten Ten. Okay, so over here they use the word never, so this is negative in meaning, okay? So over here we need to put something that is positive. So anyone else wants to give it a try? Whoa, it's the what filter? I can't read that. Hi someone. I cannot read that language, if it's a language. Hi Evelyn. Okay, so correct to say does he, because of this condition that we use, or not condition, rather this trick that we use for question tag, okay? Okay, question number 3. Ashley felt beads of perspiration blank down his back due to the intense heat. Hi 88. Is that like the 88 sale? Hi Yezi. Okay, Ashley felt beads of perspiration blank down his back due to the intense heat. Trickle, the base form of the verb. So anyone else wants to try? Take note that this is a clue. We use the word felt here. Hi Nance at Woodlands. Hi Sasbringer. Okay, so over here the correct answer is, okay, what Cheyenne and Mianpao said. Trickle. Felt beads of perspiration trickle. Because we already used felt, right? So trickled, had trickled, was tickling, was trickling, not tickling. This changes the verb tense, so it's not needed after we use felt. So we just use the base form of it. Okay, question 4. Cheyenne says for, should. Okay. If someone is injured in an accident, you blank call for an ambulance immediately, said the camp instructor. Okay. Hi Freen. TYT also says for, you should call for an ambulance immediately, said the camp instructor. Anyone else wants to give it a shot? Hi Kayani. Hi Nabil. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I see Nabil's name pop up before. Hi Peep Squeak. Hi Jeffrey. Okay, what if he was giving a scenario? I'm pretty sure this is a scenario. Okay, if not, it would be, I don't think he'll be saying this anymore. He would just be calling the ambulance. I'll be panicking also. Hi Hans. Okay, but then couldn't it be would? You would call for an ambulance, but would is not certain though. We should use something that says that this camp instructor is giving instructions or giving a very strong advice. Okay, so over here the word that is the strongest is should. You should do this. Like you should study. Not you could study. You could is maybe you could do this, maybe not. Might is also that. It's not definitive. It's quite weak. And would also same explanation. Okay. So it depends on the context of the question. Over here, this is not something that you would play around with. So he is trying to tell them that they definitely have to do this, or instructing them to do this, okay? Okay, I don't know why the tablet is glitching so much today, but okay. TYT says 2, I assume it's for question 5. Everyone except Caleb and Kane blank volunteered to help the teachers. Must be the new format. Manpower, you just hate on the new format, right? Hi, OEM XMM. Hi, 4D laughs. Okay. Hi, XE. Anyone wants to try? Everyone except Caleb and Kane, what volunteered to help? So everyone, this is our main subject. These are distractors. Hi, Archie. Okay, so everyone is your main subject here. Hi, Nut Milk. Has volunteered, has. Okay, so also number 2. Thanks for commenting, Nut Milk. And welcome to the live. First time seeing you. OEM XMM. Hi, welcome to the live too. Okay. Okay, so everyone says 2. Correct. Okay, because your main subject is everyone. And we shouldn't be using... Okay, there's no past tense here. I want to say past tense, but there's no option for past tense here. Okay, so has correct. Okay. Hi, ordinary mom in SG. Okay. We could squeeze in one last question. Where got full marks? What do you mean where got full marks? Oh. Oh, as in the sticker, is it? Is that what she's referring to? That time your PSLE all fail. But you never know, some people they work hard for it, you know? Not saying you didn't though. Don't don't okay, I should just no. Do I play Velo? No, I stopped gaming quite a while back. Okay, Cheyenne says 2, prepositions in, OEM XMM also says in, TYT says 2. Okay, same. The compass shows north. I think we are heading in the right direction. Okay, correct. So this is the phrasing you would always use, heading in the right direction, okay? Is this your part-time job? Hi, person who bleeds. Good question. It's not my part-time job. Okay, but welcome to the live. Thanks for commenting. Okay. So heading in the right direction. You don't say heading by, heading on, or heading up. Heading up would be a certain direction, okay? Like physical movement or a certain direction. Like maybe let's head up to the highest floor, something like that. Will you be here until 65? That's mad. 65. That's a long way to go. Okay, we have 1 minute. So before I end, let me squeeze this promo for our June holiday program in again, okay? You aspire to be a teacher too? Okay, work hard for that, okay? If one day you become a teacher and you see me, you can tell me that you were part of this live. Hi, Perry the Platypus. Okay, so, yes, June holiday program. So got N level 1 or not? Sorry, right now our courses we are only offering to primary school students, okay? So sorry? Oh, we also have secondary classes, but that's regular classes. But this June holiday program is only for primary school. So we have programs from primary 1 to 6. OEM XMM, if you want to look for secondary one, right? You can go to our website. Is the QR code the one to our website also? Or is it the holiday program? Okay, if not, you can go to our website or text the WhatsApp number, okay? Anyways, June holiday program, if you sign up by the end of this month, for any of the courses here, you will get, sorry? Okay, yes, the QR code leads to our website, okay? So you'll get Writers at Work Model Composition ebook, $50 voucher for new regular programs for all the courses, okay? But if you sign up for the new PSLE Compo Writing Crash Course, you will get additional freebie of PSLE Masterclass ebook Get a Grip. And these are only for students that sign up for this one, okay? And oh, hi to the Thai account. Hello, welcome back. Sorry, I can't read Thai. Still not proficient. Okay, but yes. And this combo writing crash course can be done entirely online or offline. Okay, offline as in you come to our centers, physically you learn. And you cannot do it half online and half not, okay? It's purely either or. Okay, so we have programs for everyone. So if you want to sign up, just WhatsApp or go to our website to find out more, okay? Thanks everyone for joining the live. That'll be all for today. Bye guys.